Hello and welcome to another episode of Book Talk. We're going to talk about the book The Black Crown by John A. Douglas today, as well as He Who Fights with Monsters by Shirtaloon. Now, the book, The Black Crown, it's an excellent little book. It's the first book in the series. John Douglas hasn't released the second book yet. It has some spelling mistakes in there and some other mistakes as well, but honestly it reads so well that you don't even notice them. You'd only notice them if you're really looking for them. Probably 98% of them will probably go unnoticed to you, and the story outline is crafted so well that you just don't even notice the errors are even there. Get lost in the book. I read chunks of 50 to 100 pages at a time. I'm really enjoying it. It's about a half orc, half human orc born that is born after a war. The Nemeria's queen gets captured by the orcs, and well, the leader of that orc tribe, he has his way with her, impregnates her, and she has herself a baby. And that baby is hidden away from the world, not really for protection. From the queen, it's for his protection, but the king hides him away for more embarrassment, being ashamed. In fact, when Ragoth is born, the main character, the king actually makes a law to kill any orc born on sight. So he's not really liking his wife's bastard son. Now Ragoth he's hidden away so well that he's shut up in this little room, and he's not even allowed to leave it. He goes to the bathroom there, he sleeps there, he has a whole bunch of books, so he's a bookworm, and he ends up being extremely intelligent, more intelligent than anybody else he's ever met once he escapes. And the Jester, which is Ragoth's best friend, helps him escape, and he tells him not to trust anybody, and he gives him a sword that has magical wielding powers, and tells him to go to this Dreadmore, this orc city, and the orcs are the only ones that have the ability to unlock its magical powers. And the book takes place of him going on this amazing journey, running into the most unpredictable of party companions, and they help him get to Dreadmore. And then the book really has the series take off at that point. Because at that point there is an absolutely massive twist that takes place. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I do encourage you to read the book. I'm not sure why this book doesn't sell more than it does. I mean, it sells an all right amount, but the way this reads, the way it's crafted, I would expect it to be number one in its category. I'm surprised it's not. I know when I'm finished it, when I post on Goodreads as well as Amazon, I will be posting a very good review. And hopefully that gets things going for this author, because he very much deserves it. You can tell by his work that he puts an atrocious amount of effort into his craft. And the second book that I'm going to talk about today is called He Who Fights with Monsters. This is a lit RPG genre. For those that don't know what that is, lit RPG is a book genre. It's a subgenre of fantasy, and it's supposed to read like a video game. So D&D fans, I highly suggest this genre. If you play D&D, the tabletop game, or on pen and paper, and you're looking for a group and you haven't found one and you're getting that itch, I highly suggest you read into this genre, and I more than highly suggest you read into this book. I have completely read books 1 and 2. And book 1 is a book 1 it's kind of lighthearted, very comedic, was supposed to make you laugh. And it very much does that. I've found myself laughing, almost rolling over laughing, and I never laugh at a book. The only two books I've laughed at is Expeditionary Force and He Who Fights with Monsters. It is very hard for a book to get me to laugh. And yeah, and book one, he gets pulled out of his world into this video game type world. And you know how when you start video games, you get starting gear? He gets nothing. He is absolutely naked. Even his bits and berries are hanging out for all to see. And it just takes place of him trying to roam around and get gear. He ended up getting kidnapped by cults, by getting smashed in the face with a shovel. Whenever he tried to escape, he kept getting smashed in the face with a shovel. Like, it's absolutely hilarious. Now, book two starts off after at the finish of book one. And what happens is, at the end of book one, if you haven't read it yet, I highly suggest stopping reading the video because I am about to give a review for book two, and there will be some, like a spoiler right at the beginning of my review because it does take place at the finish of book one. Now, book two, the way it starts is with the expedition that they go on in book one and how it failed miserably, and it had a whole bunch of casualties from the Adventure Society. That's where it takes place, and everyone is grieving from their losses, even Jason Asano. And I really loved that part because it actually showed the vulnerability of that character and showed that this character is not just a two-dimensional, funny character that's just a comic relief. It showed the vulnerability of him, and I love that because then you kind of sympathize with him because throughout the book, it's constantly giving him memories of Farah, his best friend that died in the expedition, and it just shows his grieving process, and I really found myself attaching myself to the character a lot more because of that. Now, in this book, there's 5 adventurers that do get caught, and they're given what's called a starseed implanted in them from the enemy, and it puts them into like a possessed like state. And they leave all their current groups and they form one themselves, and it worries everybody. And they try to get the starseed out of the characters. And I'm not going to say whether they were successful or not, but Thadwick Mercer is one of those characters. And one thing I will say is when I finished book 2, I can tell that in book 3, Thadwick Mercer is going to play a very large part. Because one thing Thadwick Mercer wants more than anything is power. And apparently that starseed does give you a lot of power. And the book continues on to where, remember in book 1 where the cult of the builder, the cult that kidnapped or got arrested Jason Asano and Gary and the rest of that gang. They find out that the cult of the builder is trying to basically demolish their reality, their dimension, their world. And in order to fight this, there's a very powerful item that is in an alternate reality that only iron ranked warriors can get in, or iron ranked adventurers, can get in. And these iron ranked adventurers, they're supposed to get the scepter of the Reaper. And this alternate reality is a training grounds for the cult of the Reaper. So they're supposed to get this this scepter or the scythe, and what ends up happening is the adventure that they go into, the alternate reality, is so dangerous that the risk is the exact same as the expedition. So a lot of adventurers do have a chance to have the risk of dying, and and throughout the book, you can tell that a lot of adventurers do in fact die. And if you're like me, Jason Asano going ranking up to bronze, like the hype, the wait for it, and the excitement that it gives you, it's real. Like the author is really good at doing that. I'm not going to say if he ranks up or not, but he makes tremendous amount of progress towards it. So that is episode 2 of Book Talk. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment, and I will reply to every comment. Bye bye.